My Kwentong Arkista started when I had no other choice but to enroll in PLM because we had no more money and I was supposed to go to nursing. Nursing was my first choice, but the quota during my time to enter the College of Nursing was very high, so I ended up with my second choice, which is BS Architecture course. I met my wife in the College of Architecture and Urban Planning. I still remember the first time we talked to each other. Third floor, Gusaling Villegas. She asked if our professor was already there. It's still vivid in my memory. The lesson I learned during the architecture school from my professors, it's not necessarily about architecture itself, but it's about giving back. The university, the amount of things that it has given me from my college years up to my professional career has given me a lot. That's the reason why I came back and started teaching in the College of Architecture and Urban Planning to give back to a place, to the university that gave me a lot. I met all of my lifetime friends in PLM. I met my wife in PLM. It gave me the opportunity to succeed. So that's the lesson I learned from my professors who also came back and gave back to the school that nurtured them.
My Kwentong Arkista started when I was still very young. I love to draw, and I guess the best start of my Kwentong Artista is my fondness of comic books. So I wanted to be actually a comic book artist, but my dad and I had a compromise because he wanted me to take up engineering and I wanted to go into the arts. So I took up architecture, and that's when my Kwentong Arkista started. My most memorable experience, or my greatest memory of my Arkista life in CAUP, was the sleepless nights and the group works where our classmates and I bonded together to finish our plates. That togetherness with your classmates, and it's a friendship that still exists up until now. So that's one good memory that you'll have, is the friends. So be always thankful for your friends, and don't forget them. Always be with them and create memories with them. That's one of the best things that you'll experience even in our virtual situation. The greatest lesson, I guess, would be to always be there. Never give up. Never stop accepting the challenges, because this is what it's all about. Life will give you great challenges, and you should always accept them and overcome them. That's one of the best lessons that you will learn here.
I take pride and pleasure to greet each of us a happy 20th anniversary College of Architecture and Urban Planning. To every hardworking members of our faculty, to our dean and college secretary, administrative staff, to every students and members of your student council and UAPSA council, past and present officer, it is such a great pleasure to still celebrate a 20th anniversary amidst the pandemic. So, let's celebrate and be happy. Ano bang kwentong arki ko? Medyo nakakatanda yata yun to recall. So, I graduated batch 2008, and I think yung batch namin yung may first na nagkaroon ng dalawang block ang Arki, if nare-recall ko, kung tama yung recollection ko. Pag batch 1 ka or block 1 ka daw, ikaw yung parang sure ka na sa path na tatahakin mo at first choice mo talaga ang architecture. And kapag block 2 ka, medyo uncertain ka pa sa path mo, and may reputation na black sheep daw yung mga nasa block 2. Sa ganda ko ba naman ako, mukha ba naman akong black sheep? Parang hindi naman yata, di ba? So, ano pa mga memorable moments aside sa mga puyat? At that time, meron din kaming subject na field trips and seminar. Sobrang na-enjoy namin because we were able to travel Sagada. Yung buong whole class namin, umakit kami ng Sagada, and sobrang ang saya nung moment na yun na nakalabas. But, huwag kayong mainggit dahil kahit nasa loob kayo ng bahay nyo ngayon through digital learning, your faculty is working hand in hand and at best for your best interest and safety na rin para maibigay yung best of the education the best possible way we know how. So kapit lang dyan mga kids, ginagawa natin ng paraan na muli tayong magkita-kita face to face, hopefully in a safer environment. And know that what sets PLM student apart is that aside from your resilience and resourcefulness is the grit na kaya nating mag-survive in any environment na pinaglagyan sa atin. So, nasa loob man tayo ng bahay o nasa labas ng bahay, kapit lang, laban lang, survive lang. So, ganun talaga tayo eh. Mga arki tayo, sanay tayo dyan. And know that the CAUP Arki is always bringing the best in you para mas maging ready kayo sa industriya natin na ito. Kita nyo naman, di ba? Lagi tayong ready anytime of the day. So, dapat ganun ang mga mindset natin. Always ready dahil tayo yung mga Arki. Okay? So, again, happy 20th anniversary and enjoy this day and kung ano man yung mga succeeding activities niyo later, may it all be successful and more moments to collect with you guys. Happy 20th anniversary again!
May Kwentong Arkista started when I joined the College of Architecture. Siguro yung pinaka-unique experience na feel ko na nagsisimula na talaga yung journey ko as an architecture student is yung dumadating na yung mga plates na assignments natin, ganyan. Tapos, na-realize mo na you have to be disciplined enough na and you have to change yung mga dati mong ginagawa. Hindi mo na pwedeng gawin yung dati mong schedule ng high school, hindi mo na pwedeng sundin. That's when I felt na nagsimula na yung journey ko as an architecture student. Siguro sa architecture school, in general, sa stay ko sa college, the most memorable experience, yung pag-join natin sa mga organizations, sa mga events, sa mga activities, other than the usual academic stuff that we do. Kasi yung pag-join natin dun sa mga organizations, pag-attend natin, ganyan, dun mas nahubog tayo personally. Ako, in my experience, dun ako mas nahubog. Kasi you got to know a lot of people, marami kang experience na nakuha from their own shared experiences with you. Hindi lang siya academically enriching, but also sa personal growth mo, important siya kasi marami kang kailangang pakibagayan, marami kang kailangang gawin aside from the narrow situation lang pag sa school, ganun. So, I think yun yung pinaka-special moment ko. The whole journey ko sa pag-join ng organizations and at an event. So yun natutunan ko, important na magkaroon ka ng quick discernment kasi hindi pwedeng maubos yung time mo na nagpa-plan ka na nagpa-plan pero wala kang output na nagagawa. It's also important sa organization nga din, sa events, na hindi pwedeng puro planning lang pero wala tayong output. Kaya important yung quick discernment, quick action natin sa mga bagay na lumarating sa atin. Hindi mo kailangan, it doesn't have to be perfect eh. Kasi kung lagi mong ini-aim yung perfection, lagi kang magpro-procrastinate sa dulo, lagi kang magagahol sa oras.
Happy birthday, CAUP! So, from CET, naging independent tayo, naging CAUP tayo, and it's been 20 years. I've seen that progress. So, I was in third year when CAUP became CAUP. And I'm so happy that after several years, I came back as one of the professors, and I'm so delightful that I was given this chance to teach and share my expertise. Oh, may expertise ako. Akalain niyo yan. Okay, so thank you very much again for that opportunity and more power to the co-faculties I have here in CAUP and also to the students. So, sana kayo din ang susunod na saling lahi na magtuturo at magpapatuloy ng ating adhikain na mag-produce ng marami pang arkitekto ng Pilipinas. So, thank you again and happy anniversary!
Nung high school ako, wala akong ka-idea kung ano yung architecture. Isa lang siya sa mga courses na isinulat ko nung nag-a-apply ako for PLM. Isa siya sa mga courses na sinuggest ng tito ko na civil engineer. Sinulat ko siya. Unfortunately, nung pumasa ako ng PLM Math, siya yung nilagay na first choice ng PLM. Tapos yung second choice ko, pati yung third choice ko ay malayo sa architecture, no? So, ayun, wala talaga akong ka-idea kung ano yung architecture nung nag-i-start ako. Kaya medyo nagulat ako sa mga subject ng first year, no? Tapos unti-unti ko na lang natutunan yung bawat subject at unti-unti ko na-appreciate yung mga knowledge na ini-impart ng mga instructor ko dati, pati yung mga information na ini-import sa atin ng kapwa nating estudyante, pati nung ibang arkitekto na outside of the CAUP faculty. Katulad ng pag-aaral natin sa primary levels, no? Maganda yung pagsasama-sama ng mga magkakaklase sa isang course. Kasi nung nag-aaral kami, konti lang yung nag-take ng architecture. So, every year dati, isang block lang yung bawat section, no? Kaya kilala mo kagad kung anong year, no? Kasi tag-isang block lang kayo. Tapos kami yung pinaka-konti na number of students sa isang kolehiyo dati. Tapos, syempre, kilala mo. So, madali mong makasalamuha or makabiruan yung bawat estudyante, no? So, kahit na hindi mo sila ka-section or ka-block or ka-year, no? Madali mo silang nakakasalamuha sa isa't isa. Pinaka-memorable ko siguro, hindi ko malilimutan, nung first year ako, pinasali ako ng mga klase ko dun sa arcade. Yun. Ayun lang, hindi ko malilimutan. First year ako, pinasali ako sa arcade. Second placer ata ako dun. Nung sumali ako. Parang pa lang yun. Ayun yung mga start nung mga arcade pa. Wala pang akihak dati. Ayun. Tapos, syempre, memorable yung mga iba't ibang plates na pinagawa. No, naalala ko pa yung mga plates na pinagawa sa amin. Pati, paano siya nag-impact sa akin, no? Lalo na yung mga plates na pinagawa ni architect Carlo Mamiit, no? Siya yung nagpagawa sa amin ng talagang complex architectural works or structures or buildings, no? Katulad ng oceanarium, multi-modal transport terminal, airport na may seaport, etc. So, ayun pa, no? So, ayun ang mga memorable na experiences sa architectural school. Yung lesson na natutunan ko sa architectural school, hindi siya connected sa architectural hall, no? So, lagi ko rin itong ini-impart sa mga nagiging estudyante ko. Yung kasabihan na to ay galing sa former dean natin, si Architect Phil Ebasco. Sabi niya, mas mainam daw na makita niya tayo sa labas na bilang mabuting tao kaysa isang magaling na arkitekto pero wala namang modo. So ayun, hindi naman nasusukat yung kagalingan or yung paghanga or yung antas ng pamumuhay ng isang tao base sa knowledge na meron siya, no? Kasi ayun naman yung target natin kaya tayo nag-aaral, di ba? Pero mas naaalala tayo ng tao kung ano yung karakter, yung pakikisalamuha at ugali na ipinapakita natin sa kanila. Kaya nararapat lamang na kahit na makagraduate tayo ng architecture, wag natin kakalimutan na tao pa rin tayo, no? At nararapat lamang na respetuhin din natin ng ibang tao at hindi yung tingin natin sa iba ay mas nakakaangat tayo sa kanila.
Maligayang pagbati po sa kolehiyong hindi natutulog. Pagiging part ng CAUP ay una nakaka-proud but it's also incredibly humbling at the same time. Madaling ipagmalaki ang CAUP dahil sa mga achievements, lahat ng mga graduates na na-produce, lahat ng mga professionals na na-produce. But it's also humbling at the same time. Mas na-appreciate ko ngayon yung effort at pasensya ng mga faculty. Ngayon na part na ako ng faculty. And gusto kong magpasalamat dun sa mga professors namin dati na nagsiyagang magturo sa amin at talagang napakahaba ng pasensya sa amin. I hope madami pang mga students ang matulungan na ma-realize yung pangarap nila through CAUP. So, Yun, salamat CAUP and happy anniversary.
So way back then, I was telling my family na gusto ko maging architect. At the time, during nung mag-start ako into architecture, at the time, male-dominated siya. Nung time namin, it might be different from you because ngayon, well-known na may mga Pilipina or may mga babae sa course ng architecture. But before, architecture and engineering, mas widely open siya sa mga kalalakihan. It's much known na yung mga babae like myself, suggested ng family ko is to be a newscaster, a flight stewardess, or maging nurse. But then, masyado akong eager and passionate, so sabi ko hindi, architecture talaga ang first choice ko. So in all the universities that I applied to, the first choice ng course ko is architecture. And I had to keep it as a secret to my family because they felt that architecture at the time is actually expensive, which it is. The course is actually expensive, and I have brothers back then that are studying to be engineers. So, ayun, nag-enroll ako at PLM and my parents didn't know that I passed sa architecture course. And the very first day ng klase, that's when I told everyone na yun nga, architecture yung course na pinili ko and I will be an architect someday. I think yung very, very memorable sa akin is yung thesis time. Memorable yung mga time na nagbabaha na tapos gumagawa pa kami at nag-quiz kami. Kumukulo, kumikidlat, baha na sa lahat at may klase pa kami, cancel na lahat. Tapos kami nagpipipilit na papasok kami. During our time, yung batch namin, sobrang hilig namin umupo sa harap na as much as possible, close kami sa professor. Kaya doon natutuwa yung mga professor namin. Yun. Tapos yun nga, yung batch namin masayahin. One of the things na memorable, babalikan ko yung thesis namin. At the time, my partner and I, during our thesis, presentation kasi namin, everything manual. From sketches, from rendering, to main presentation, hindi pa ganun ka-well-known ang 3D Max, SketchUp, or any other softwares. And everything is being done manually. Tapos, at the time kasi, malaki talaga ang files ng mga 3D Max. Noong time namin, floppy disk pa ang gamit namin at hindi pa USB. Ayun, nag-crash yung computer namin kasi hindi kinaya yung files. Nung nag-rendering time na, pasahan na, submission na, biglang nag-crash yung computer namin. And in few days time, presentation na sa jury. Tumarap kami sa jury namin and I do remember very memorable. Architect Christopher De La Cruz was there, and he is now yung CEO ng Verde. We only had few pages of papers with hand sketches and few prints of what we had because everything crashed. All the files crashed down. Tapos wala kami maipakitang presentation boards. And we started off the presentation pieces na apologizing kasi in-explain namin na nag-crash yung files kasi in-attempt namin to do something different. Something na mag-deal yung 3D, although our batch, everyone did manual presentation. True enough, we were able to present our thesis even with just pieces of paper, of sketches, hand sketches, of the concept of our proposal. Nakapagpasa naman kami, although yung grade namin hindi gano'ng kataas. Pero, one thing for sure, I do remember and I won't really forget Architect Chris De La Cruz. Ayun, sinuportahan niya yung proposal namin. And we received a passing mark. And that alone is something na talagang binabalik-balikan ko na if not for someone who believed on what we have presented, even though it's not the same level as the other classmates that we had na complete presentation. Kasi nga, nag-crash lahat ng files. So what can we do? All we have to do is present ourselves and present everything that we have, even though it's not the final presentation. But an architect, one of our jury by then believed in what we had and we were able to answer each and every question. Every time that you spend as a student, and gain as much as knowledge as possible, ask as much as smart questions that you can ask. Pero the lesson sa architecture school is, ayun, gain as much as possible, as much as knowledge as you can, and then ask smart questions. As well, receive the feedback positively because I've always believed that feedback is the breakfast of champions. And so whatever, if it's positive or negative, you can learn from the negative more than the positive feedback. Yung background natin sa PLM, very humble. And it was something na nagamit ko as a background being here in the Middle East, working with different nationalities and work. Yung humility na meron sa PLM or yung pinagdaanan sa PLM noon, or even dahil ako, batang tondo ako kinalakihan ko dyan, nadala ko yung culture na yun dito, na I can speak to anyone and relate to anyone, regardless if I'm speaking to an ambassador, if I'm speaking to a head of a state in here, or if I'm presenting in front of a CEO, or even our janitor, or even the taxi driver. You really feel that identity and that culture instilled in the person, which is, I would always go back. Yung buhay ko dati sa PLM, ganito. Yung buhay ko sa Tondo, ganito, ganyan.
I am Jared Aaron R. Cruz, batch 2008.
Christine Espinosa Erdanda, batch 1999.
Acer Hayudini, batch 2014.
I am John Benedict CBN, batch 2020, pandemic batch.
And this is Architect Tony Nudas again,
At ito
So,
Aking
Kwentong
Arkista.